Okay, good evening. Welcome back to Stationeers. Going back to Venus. And today, I want to fix my atmospherics problem that is not quite yet a problem, but it is an impending problem, especially since my pollutant tank is getting pretty close to the point of bursting. So we want to make sure that that doesn't happen, because that's all contained within my base, and that would kind of kill a few things here and there. So we don't want that happening. And additionally, I am out of nitrogen in the greenhouse. Well, that's not true. In my tank, I'm out of nitrogen. I still have a little bit of nitrogen to cut through here. And I really only have 5 plants consuming it, so I've got a little bit of time. But you can hear behind me the pollutant tank rattling. And also, I think the pollutant cooling loop is a little warm. So there's that. So there's a little bit ahead of us today. Let's see. We ate, we drank, we were merry, we took a shower. All right. We're ready to go to the next stage. Okay. So first things first, trying to remember if I have... I don't think I have a pipe just going outside. Hang on. I think we discovered this. Yeah, we discovered that. So, that's a problem. Because I've got the composite window here. I don't know. Okay, so we need padded. We have padded. Padded window. Plastic and glass. I do have that. I think this is a vacuum. Let's try this out real quick. Okay, wall. Padded window. There we are. Lost a little bit of atmosphere. I put that on the wrong side. I put that on the wrong side. Do we just go ahead and double it up? I think doubling it up is fine. Looks like chicken wire. Okay, so that does mean that we can go ahead and crack that without a problem. Grinder, grinder, grinder. Bigger the wall. Padded wall. Padded window. We'll say, I'm glad I discovered that, because that could have sucked. Because eventually I want to pop that and pull in the other stuff. So we got to make sure that that's exactly can handle it. And this has been bugging me. OCD. There we go. Or something like OCD. Get up there. Got it. Okay. Yeah, I know. You're not that bad. But each time I run the furnace there, we we add more pollutant. And my arm is... I must be hitting a nerve because my arm is going numb. Alright. So, what's the easiest way to dump excess pollutant? Probably just like a waistline. Have a waistline go out. Essentially, that's what this is. I can also use this to pull in nitrogen. But to do that, I want to have some pipe. Okay. Do I have brown in here? There is no brown in here. But we'll do that. We'll do that. This didn't really give me any extra colors. And a cardboard box. Got a thing for these boxes. So that does mean that I need to... Oh, hey, look, the iron's already over here. Okay. So we want brown. This is what I'm going to paint as my waste. My waste tank. There we go. And I don't have a passive vent over here, but I might have one. I might have one in the other rack. Passive vent, I don't see one. I better double check here. I mean, some of these sound kind of crunchy, like they're actually going to cause a problem. Alright, do I want to... No, I can't go through that side, so I can go through this. Cripe. Need to get those solar panels out, too. That's the other thing I need to do. So we will be very extra super... If that's hooked up outside, I need to work from here. And not pop a frame, because that would kind of stink. Goodness. You can see how gun shy I am, because I don't really want to pop a frame. Alright. Chuck you right there. Chuck you. Alright. This is the waste pipe. Outdoor waste pipe. Make that go down. Boy, you can't even see it. There we go. I don't know how good that's going to be, but this is what we're dealing with. So this is where I will open up. Okay. Alright. So this is the other waste pipe, not the outdoor one, but recirculated gases, all that fun stuff. You know what? I forgot. Long pipes. Maybe it actually would make more sense to come over here. Maybe that makes more sense. I wonder how long before it gets fixed. The the discount you get for ooh boy, it's a tight one. Using the long the 10 piece, you actually get a little bit of a discount. Excuse me. I should have pushed to mute that, but woohoo! No. That one wouldn't have been devastating, I don't think. Let's see. Get a little closer. There. Straight 3. There we go. Okay, so this pipe, when it is too high, of course we gotta do that. 10 might be fine. We'll see. That really sucks because of the ladder placement. Yeah, let's do 5. And then 3. There we go. And that gets me past the stairs. Excuse me. Oh, good. We can do that. Flip the... No, that was supposed to flip, not grab. Okay, we'll put a back pressure regulator would actually probably make sense. Don't have one of those. Let's get the pressure bled off of that before I lose my mind. 24. Sure. That's not exactly what I meant to do, but fine. We'll do that. Okay. I need... I don't really need this, but... Oh yeah, I forgot I got that going. Regulator, pressure regulator. We just need a single one from the hydraulic pipe bender. And we will need Gold and iron. It's probably all in the electronic spinner. There's copper, there's gold. And you've got the iron. There we go. Thank you. Spit it out. There you go. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Alright. Back pressure regulator. It's fine. We want this. We'll set it to there. Now, before we get crazy, we have to verify gas for less. Is that like discount day at Taco Bell? Oh, Space Springs. I have a feeling. Oh, Starlight Suppers. I have a feeling that's a convenience store, but I bet, and I have a feeling this is a liquids vendor. That's gas, obviously. Genetic engineering. Now that's kind of interesting. It's a special. Whatever. I think we saw him last time. But since we're going to be going out there, we might as well apparently leave our AC on. And you. We need you to shift. That's what we need you to do. Okay. There we go. I had to bypass you, I think. I don't know what I did. Hello! Yeah. Okay, it was a liquids trader, which is what we thought. And a packaged burger. Sorry, I don't have any cheese. I can't cut the cheese for you. But that was the main reason I wanted to come out here. Anyway, so that was a 2-for-1. Woo! I don't know why that took off, or that's takeoff scared me. Startled me? Something. Maybe that's better. Okay. So now we can pop this open. And you can shut up. Why did the... That was an extraordinarily fast shift there. I mean, that was stupid fast. What? Why is your... Oh, okay. That would be why the molar capacity is shifting. The tank is slowly bleeding off. Okay. But it's silent now. Now, trying to figure out how I can maybe use this nitrogen filter in both of these. Now the problem is I think I've got to use a separate nitrogen filter. If I'm pulling in atmospheric air, because it's going to have also carbon dioxide and pollutant. And we don't necessarily... I mean, the carbon dioxide wouldn't be undesirable. But we don't want to be filtering pollutant into our system just to dump it back out. So that's why I think I need to do another nitrogen system. I guess the good part about that, I should get a pipe cowl, because this is empty. This isn't quite full, but I can pop this for a little bit to go into the greenhouse. If I put a pipe cowl on the end, then I can bleed off whatever very little is remaining in my nitrogen system. Yeah, that'll work. The very little that is in the nitrogen system into the air, and it won't matter. And then I can just redo that system altogether. So it is a wrench and a pipe cowl. Boom. That'll literally like squeeze out an infinitesimal amount. And that is okay. That is fine. That's what we want. So now the nitrogen I still feel that it is important that we pull the nitrogen out of our furnace vent in whatever other way we source it. But additionally, we may want to just pull it out of the air. I'm just trying to think. We don't necessarily want to pull it out of the air and then blow the unfiltered portion of that back into other stuff. So let's turn you off. Let's start walking back. Whoop. That one would have not been too good. Okay. That is the uninsulated pipe. Hoo-yah! Landed upright too. Okay. And this is the nitrogen dumping into the greenhouse. So this has to have the tank attached to it. Now, I think I'm going to move this in the future. Do we just, Where do we really need to expand and do this? Well, I guess we can have the nitrogen running throughout the base. But for that, I need more pipe. Because I can always just put the good old-fashioned filtration device outside. I'm going to go ahead and cycle you. So this does mean, if I do this, that I will have to Runway. Straight 10. We're going to do it out this way. Is that good enough, or is that a problem? That's actually not bad. But it's starting to become a problem. Actually, yeah, that is a problem. Too far. It's just what I figured it was going to be, but can't hurt to try. That's actually nitrogen. Funny enough. Oh, this is getting really spaghetti-ish. This is really spaghetti-ish. I'm going to have to correct this for sure. But I want to get nitrogen going. Oh, what am I doing? Go. The nitrogen is bound up and in the way. This is not attached to the tank. That could be a problem. That could be a big problem. What's to say I don't take this tank and shove it on the wall? Look a little silly, but hey, I'm all about silly at this point. Oops. Eventually, I'll flip it the way that I want. There we go. Okay, I'm for silly, but practically silly would be a much more appreciated version of silly. Are you running? How much? Wow, I've only used 17 charcoal. Okay. So we do have a nitrogen tank that has no nitrogen, but it's a start. Okay, we do have an atmospherics kit. I could go outside. Oh, I need padding. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Okay. What we'll do is gather up let's at least do that. Steel. We need padded. Padded wall. Let's just do 10. Actually, I can turn that off. I don't need to play with that anymore. I can stop giving that a hemorrhage. Oh, right. There's a padded wall there. I was on to myself. That ought to do it too. Okay, so we have enough for... That's not enough. That's not enough glass sheets. I'll get there eventually. Where's this a freaking silicone? Silicone? Silicon. don't think... Oh, no. It's not there. Not there. I have a hard time believing I used it all up. But that's kind of what it's looking like. Really? No silicon? It's not in my inventory, is it? No? Okay. Huh. Fascinating. Well... running back and forth, running back and forth. What I do the best of. Make 10 glass sheets out of this, so let's just chuck it in. What we got? Did it? Oh, wait. It's up there. Frosty Barrels. Space gas station. Frosty Barrels kind of sounds like a... actually, sounds like an ice trader. Frosty Barrels. Oh, we're going to find out. Find out what it is. We're also going to hook up the solar panels, which is on the list. Oh, by the way, bleeding the pollutant tank. Cross that off the list. Pull you down. Turn off that. Done with my silicon yet? Thank you. I really don't need the liquid pipes. Really should get rid of the liquid pipes. Getting pretty good at that. Glass sheets. Okay, we want to make 10 of those. Ah, click the button. And throw that in there. Okay. Yeah, I know. Spending too much time dinking around trying to get stuff. There we go. I should print off a filter too. That's that's gonna be a problem soon. Oh man. Let's see, 14% on our duct tape 2. And what do we got here? That's 15%. It's technically better. Those are waters. That's a pill. Okay, all that fun stuff. We'll go ahead and take a shower. La da 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 do 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 do. Okay. Chuck that in here. So we do have some emergency nitrogen if we really need it. I don't think we're going to have a problem with that. Filter is definitely something that has to be done sooner than later. Technically in a pinch, can't steal that one. I was going to say I could steal that one, but that doesn't do it. No. I'll steal it anyway, because... oh, okay. Frosty Barrels is another liquid trader. They want stuff I can't make. I think I can make muffins. 250. Cake. 200? I might actually be able to make that. I don't know if I need it, to be honest. I love my light tower, my lighthouse. Okay, over here. Oh, oh, perfect. And we have all the cable laid down that we need. Oh, Jesus, every time. Okay, padded window. Here we go. Once placed, use plastic sheets for upgrade. I wouldn't call it upgrade, I'd call it assembly, but, you know, tomato, potato, maybe? There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, weird hitboxes, right? Jeez. Okay, I think... I think I got this sealed up. I don't think it matters 100%. Well, I mean, in the long run it does, but I'm saying right now, this moment in time does not. Okay, padded wall. Grind away, Meryl, grind away. Let's get these cables in. Okay, I think everything in here, since they're lined up just right, we'll check. You're damaged. I don't know why you're damaged. Okay. You say you're damaged, but your health is 100%. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay. Alright. Okay. Dual. There we are. Okay, solar panel. There we go. Okay. Do I have enough? Oh, okay, I got enough room. That's easy enough. Oh god. That was some weird stuff right there. Okay, this is not going to want to let me out. Ah, let me out, let me out, let me out. Without getting too close.
Waste tank caution.
Shit. Talk about some weird hitboxes, man. God. Okay. Can I do this without getting sucked in for dear life? Okay. Ah. Come on, just put it in. There we go. That was a nightmare. Okay. So I got some more solar attached to everything. So we should be good. So, scratch off, put solar out. Okay. Let's change out the waste tank. That's actually 23 degrees. That's kind of warm. Alright, so we've got pollutant dumped. We've got solar out. I can dump more if we really need to, but... Okay, so the next thing is end-to-end. Which... No, that's a lower pressure. So what I should probably do is print off a filter before I forget. As a matter of fact, I will print off 3 filters. Probably, yeah, you know what? What's it gonna hurt? Carbon dioxide heavy filter, steel Invar stellite. We want 3. Steel, which is in here. Invar stellite. There's steel. Invar should be around there, but there it is. There we go. That'll get me my 3 filters. And sure, we can dump everything. Alright, so there's that. If we're going to put the atmospherics kit out, we do need some pipe. And we also need lots of nitrogen. Pipe. Brown pipe probably doesn't really matter. And there we go. No, don't really need the rest at the moment. So let's go put that out. We have enough cable coil. We've got the pipe butted up to here. And this is an iron frame. Okay. So, do I have... That has to be a padded wall, if that's going to be in the airlock. Okay, I gotta be careful with this. That window's there. Pop that Alright, so now steel. Oh, I don't have enough steel sheets floating around. That's nice. Should have cleaned out my bag a little bit. Where do I want to put this? That's another question. Okay, let's drop some steel frames just to have something to work with here. And we just need one. We just need one. I need to print off another large battery and put it in the other compartment here. Feel like you probably should not be what you are. So we're gonna pop you. That really shouldn't be all that much in there. Okay. Switch you around to grind you. Okay, this is where the atmospherics come out. Padded wall. Let's go ahead and just drop you in. We can just do that, right? Would that look all right? Nope. Okay, come on. Come on, you drunk jetpack. Okay. Alright, I can dig it. And then this will be a... It's gonna be just regular, I guess. I want to rotate it though. Going out that way. I don't want to be down here when I pop this, or put that in place, but... Okay, do. So 5... Feel like filtered right there. Let's do this. Let's make sure that I'm not going to pull the wall off. There we go. So the idea here is this is nitrogen. Crazy jetpack. Okay. Yeah. Filtration right there. I'm going to need... Yep, so we're going to need some two nitrogen filters. I want to put a active vent there. I pulled that in, so all right. Printed off 3 of those. Let's go ahead and drop that one in there. Okay. So I need an active vent, passive vent. I could do it both with with both passive, but I have a feeling that the active vent's actually going to be helpful in making sure that that comes to life. So let's see what we got over here. Hey, be with your friend. You're going to be with your friend too. Iron sheets. Okay, tank, ladder. Just looking at all the crap that we got hanging around here. Okay. No singing pipes. I like that. I like the sound of that. Go get our 2 filters, print off some nitrogen filters. Wonder if we should just make them heavy nitrogen. Okay, we need steel. We need Invar. We need stellite. Get in there. There we are. 2 nitrogen. Okay, heavy nitrogen. 2. Pipe bender. Okay, additionally, I can't wait to get that thing working. So deep mining is probably coming up on the list here soon. So while I'm at it, deep miner cartridge. 1 electronics printer. Pretty sure that's where it comes from. I could be wrong. We also need a deep miner. Now, that comes from an autolathe. I'll print off 3 of those, maybe. So we're going to start with this and this. I don't necessarily want to chew up my nitrogen. We wanted vent. We wanted an active vent. And then we want a passive vent. Okay, active vent, passive vent. Okay, electronics printer, you want iron, gold, copper. Iron, gold, and copper. The deep miner wanted Invar, steel, electrum, Invar, Constantine. There's electrum, Invar, steel. That's not enough steel, so I gotta make that. But luckily, I have enough to make it. And Constantine, you were right here. And then there's that. Come back to that. Okay. Good. Now I don't know if you can put an active vent that close. Probably not. So we need a pipe segment. you can go right here, though. And you... Yep. Okay. Active vent. And that. Set inward. Technically, I could feed off of this. I mean, it'd be a little silly, but we could do it. Yeah, we'll do that. It's a little silly, but we don't really need all that much power. I mean, obviously, it's going to suck a little bit of power to do it, but... nitrogen. You start processing and suck it in. There we go. Slowly building some pressure. It's transferring into that tank, but I'm probably blowing a lot of that into the greenhouse. And of course, it's gonna be hot. Although I don't fully understand why the temperature's dropping that much, but okay. And you're pushing in as much as you can. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. All right, so we're sucking in nitrogen. So technically speaking, that is now taken care of. Oh, steel. We wanted steel. Okay. Ah, they were right on the edge. Steel! Got steel. 46 megapascals, so oh, that does essentially does tell me what the pressure is. So I don't even need to look at it. Now, once I get rid of all my pollutant and CO2, actually, we're left with just nitrogen. Okay. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So a lot of manual processes here. What do we... Not even 1 megapascal. Good. Trying to figure out why the temperature's dropping, though. It's a little bizarre. I don't have any cooling going into that system. Unless I hooked it into the wrong pipe, and then... Lord help us. Can't wait to actually disengage my water from the system, or from my oxygen, and then I can cool my oxygen more. There we go, there's deep miners being created. Do I have enough? I've got enough of everything. Cool. Alright. So next up will be the centrifuges and stuff that I need. Oh, we have a storm incoming. That is awesome. Where are we here? Let's pop a little bit of... Actually, you know what? I wonder if in a low power event this would actually be a good thing to run. Yeah, that might be. Okay. So yeah, see, that's a little weird. I don't understand. Oh. This little guy right here. This is why it's cooling down. Now, that's not necessarily bad. That brings it down to room temperature. So, I think I might be okay with that. Hang on. Cool. We're breathable. We are breathable. That's pretty cool. I don't have a way to get through the airlocks safely, but I do want to write some airlock code eventually that it would require a sensor on the outside and on the inside, and possibly even the one that's in the airlock itself, but have it kind of, you know, be able to pass through when 12 steel sheets, 5 cable coils, and 4 electronic parts. So we need 12 electronic parts. Let's queue those up. Parts. 12. Steel sheets. How much? 12, so 36. Just do that. And then cable coil. We're set there. Oh, I actually got everything in there that I needed for that. Cool. Okay, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and pop all those in there for now. Pipe. All right.
Hunger caution.
Go. There's the deep miner cartridge that I wanted. Cool. Let's check that nitrogen. Now, time in the airlock's actually pretty small, so I might be able to get away with getting spaced going through the airlock. Maybe that would be sufficient timing. I came in here with a purpose. With a purpose. And promptly forgot. Oh, right. I wanted to see what the... what we're dealing with here. 600 mole. Okay. That's not bad. We should probably check the traders. I'm still looking for seed trader. Interstellar irrigation. That'll be water. That'll be an ore trader. Alloy trader. Cosmic curiosities. Too bad. I don't think I'm in good enough spot for that. Okay. All right. So we got the nitrogen in, which does. Yeah. Okay. Before I forget, I need to turn that off because it's not. It is not coated. So it'd be very easy for me to blow that up. And then we'll shut that off. And bam! Bam, bam, bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should try landing a 7x7 and seeing if that configuration is going to work. Now, that would never work in real life because, well, let's just say that you can't round a 90-degree turn in a plane at Mach Jesus and survive. So, but we'll try calling down that trader. Now, the cool thing is, I don't know if
Hydration critical.
anybody knew, you can actually call the trader down with logic. You can interrogate and call them down with logic. You can also see, with the medium dish only, mind you, you can see what they have on them, which is beautiful. Now, the problem there lies in, I don't know how to select the trader. So, like right here, we can see that we've got 4 traders listed. I don't know how to select a specific one. I haven't spent enough time with it. Okay, they're coming down. It didn't complain about the configuration of the pad. So, okay. That, boom, 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 boom. That answers my question. So they need a, hey, where's the, is he not carrying any, oh, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. Okay. So that did answer my question. Rip. What? Oh. So let's just see how bad that screwed up my, that looks like it killed 2. Wow, that instant deconstruction. Steel frame took some damage. There's a big hole here, which is hilarious. And okay, so like literally 2 of my frames took damage. Okay, so that does answer the question that the straight part of the runway does need to be indeed that length. So cool. So that's exactly how it would go, probably. Not even probably. That's how it would go in real life. If you tried to land a plane that big and make a 90-degree turn going Mach Jesus. So, good to know. 4 minutes, we have a storm. Where are we here? Do I want to? No, we're gonna wait on the deal. Eventually, I should take this, and I'm gonna shove this into the greenhouse. And I think we should actually go through the process of getting rid of this. I have no use for this. Can I just break this down? And then break that down. There we go. So this will... A little bit of stuff. That'll come out. I do have to rewrite the code a little bit here so that it actually, I don't know, one? Because I do leave a lot of crap in here. But obviously the stuff that's in milligrams is not coming out. So. Oh, I forgot to drink water. Silly me. Cereal bar. I should actually make some emergency foods. Okay. awesome. So far, within the first hour of the stream, I managed to knock out the 3 items that were on my to-do list. Didn't get too heavily distracted and did not kill myself. Miracles do happen. Miracles do indeed happen. We got nitrogen. You can see that that's off. Okay. Hey, and the temperature's even down in here. So we're at 6% nitrogen. That's a little strange. Why is it at 6%? Is it just because the vast pressure of what I was blowing in? That's possible. It is waiting at least half a tick, so I could be blowing in excess of nitrogen in, which is fine. 5% minimum, and then the oxygen I'm trying for 50% maximum with like rounding errors and stuff. So that's sufficient. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to take a quick break, and that's impressive. That has lost that much pressure because of the temperature. So, and then when we come back, we will maybe we'll start thinking about the. Oh yes, that is true. Very true. I did kill a traitor, so bonus points. But real good. So I will take a quick break here. If you guys need to get a drink, take a bathroom break, whatever you need to do, now's a good time to do that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Took me a little bit longer than I wanted to get back, but I had to go chase my nose. It ran away. It was running. Okay, so there we go. Hit the right buttons. Okay, here we are. So our next consideration is I probably should automate the nitrogen just to make sure that I don't overdraw. And make sure that there's all that fun stuff. Okay, so chip. Let's write a yeah. Boom. 4 deep miners? I don't remember requesting 4. Huh. Well, we have 4. We will never run out of ore because we have 4. Okay. Brain fart. Okay. IC10. IC10. What? Do these like pull power all at once? Because, huh. What is pulling so much power? That's actually a lot more power than I was kind of expecting to see. I guess I do have a lot of crap that's unnecessarily powered on. There we go. I can turn that off because I don't have a rocket manufactory. Okay, let's pull that out again. And yeah, look at that. So I may consider. Huh? Oh, that was the AC. That was the AC kicking on. So the lights might need to be on a separate deal. So I mean, they pull a lot of power. That was okay. That was interesting. So AC10 and 1 and electronics printer. Steel electrum solder. Of course, it used up a lot more steel than I wanted to, because I wanted 3. Apparently, I printed off 4, and that used my entire stash of steel that I just made. And I still need to make more electronic parts now, because apparently I ordered up more than I cared for. Okay, programming. So this is going to be for the filtration unit outside for nitrogen. I think 30,000. Yeah, okay. So alias name hash device. Make it R0. We do need to define a event as hash active event. The only thing we really care about is the pressure external, I guess. We don't even need a... Okay, so we'll have an initialization loop. We're going to set batch. We're going to load into name hash device from this device, and it's going to be name hash. Okay, name hash. Okay, main yield jump main. Now we want to let's put a hysteresis on this, just so we're not continuously fighting against it, essentially. So we're gonna load our 15 up from db pressure output. I'm assuming it's pressure output 1, but let's check filtration. okay. That's not quite what I meant to look at. Pressure output, output 2. All right, so it's... I mean, I believe the unfiltered port is pressure 2, and the filtered port is output 1. So we're going to load that. So we will... Let's see, hysteresis. So let's branch greater than... R15 is greater than max pressure. And we will jump to turn on. Branch less than min pressure. Turn on, turn off. Otherwise, it'll do nothing. Loop around. So the idea for turning off is we are going to at this point we should probably I guess we can wait. It's not going to be a big deal. So turn off, we are going to set batch by name. Device hash is going to be the active event. With the name hash of our current device, we're going to set this on to 0. We probably should, I feel that set batch event, name hash device, mode, is there a way to actually label this as some kind of like mode inward vent.inward. I'm going to do that. It's just readability is all that's for. So we're going to load turn the vent on or off, and then we're going to load into R14 dB pressure input and branch relative greater than 0 R14. So if there's still pressure on the input, we're going to go back 1, load it again, try it again. And then once it's all said and done, we're going to set dB mode let's read this for readability. Just trying to see if there's a constant for readability. Although, you know what? I think it's pretty universal. Mode 0, right? Pretty sure 0 is inactive. Yeah, idle. Then otherwise, we're going to set dB mode 1. So we're going to turn it on, turn on the vent. We're going to turn off the vent if the pressure's over. We're going to wait for the pressure to drop, and then we're going to shut it off and then jump back to main. And I should actually have a flashing light. You know what? Light. Let's see. Load slot. R15 dB slot index 0 and 1. 0. And quantity. Load slot R14 dB 1 quantity. Okay, add those together. All right. How do I want to do this? Set equals 0. No. I don't want to do this. Because I want to flash the light if let's see, pressure check. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to branch greater than, so if R13 is greater than 0.25, no, 50. I'm assuming this is percentages, so 1 plus 1, 2 is the maximum possible. It means fresh filters in both. 0.5 means that one is dead and one full. No, because this would be average. So this is 1/4 of the possible. So we're halfway down on a filter. Okay, so we still have time. Branch greater than that, so we'll go to pressure check. Branch equals 0, R13, and this is going to be to let's see, alarm out. That's what we're going to do. Okay, then other than this, we're going to set that's a good question. Because we already did. I can't change the color. A diode would change the color. Set batch name, device hash is going to be the light, name hash is device, on 1. Well, okay, so this is a moot point here. Set greater than if A is greater than, set 1 if A is greater than B. Or 12. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Less than. So if it is less than basically 25%, then we're going to set R12. It'll be on. If it is 0, we're going to alarm out, which actually this is already going to be set. We can just jump to turn off. Yeah. Because we can't run it. We cannot run it if the if the filters are dead, we can't run it. That's just what it is. Okay. So as long as the name hash is set here, we should be good. Okay. Let's grab that. We'll throw this in the filtration device out there. Change out our waste tank. I'm kind of curious as to why we're using so much. But it could be just... yeah. I can't call anything down at the moment. Which is okay. I gotta run out there. I'll yeah, you know what? More runway. Oop, bonk. Let's see. Let's grab that because we need it. We don't have any more frames floating around, which is fine. So I can only extend it out a little bit. It's just not enough. Don't have enough steel. We need to go deal with that. Hit the button. Okay. There we go. Just waiting for that to happen. Get out of there. Okay, so the idea is you are N2. You are N2. We don't have the light. Doesn't matter. Bam. Okay. Don't need the threshold. We need straight. And then we need corner. There's that. And I don't know how much of this I've got. Well, you know, the nice thing is... Oh, hello. Why is my jetpack so dang energetic? Crikey. I mean, you would... grinder, right? Wrench. Wonder how the waypoints really work. Okay. Do I have enough welder? Nope. But you know what? We can get away with doing something like this. That'll be fine. There we go. So now it needs 15, but the real question is, does it need 15 before the corner? Or does this count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15! Huh. Interesting. Is there a... There is. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Can you... Ooh. Fascinating. Okay, I didn't realize that... Okay. But... What else can you do? Hold. I mean, that one in itself is... Is there like a logic signal or just... Try a waypoint. Because you can't make a T-junction. That's That's what's curious about that. Don't know. Okay. Anything else that I need to do out here while I'm out here? I don't believe so. I'm gonna let you run a little bit. Take you down to about 30 megapascals. Then if the volatiles are off, or the arc furnace is off, I will go ahead and kick out the some fuel and make some more water. Could probably get to a point where I'm just mixing fuel and saving it for later, cooling it down or something. Because I don't necessarily need to have that much water, but I mean, we're already at way at a surplus. Plants can last a very, very, very long time. I'm the biggest consumer at this point, and I think we've got enough water in the second phase change. I don't think I have enough evaporators to keep up with what I'm trying to do, but otherwise we're good. So you're gonna pull in and try to bring this up to 30 megapascal. Okay. It's good. That is still cranking. So let's check all this. This is okay. So okay, need a water filter. Otherwise, seem to be pretty good here. You have to remain open to get my water out. This would be good for the loader. There we go. Yep, and we're pulling. Yep, because that's processing. Boom. Yeah, okay. We're to the point. We don't need that. Oh, did I leave that on? No. There's that. Meteor munchies. Jeez, I want a seed trader. Do you mind? Okay, we're gonna see. I don't think, because I used to eat in a vacuum.
Low pressure. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Temperature critical. Hunger caution. Low pressure.
Yeah, that's no problem. That is no problem at all. Okay, so next up, do I want to so next to here would be whatever's coming off the greenhouse. I'm assuming if I go out this way, it would be like a living area. On the other side of that, I'm kind of thinking that's where the air handling is going to be. I think I may want to, if I want to do deep miners nearby, maybe I'll have like another airlock here, this area or whatever, going to the deep miner area. And then one thing I do want to play around with in this game, or this base, is a gas fuel generator. So we got cartridge and configuration, network analyzer and configuration. That's fine. I might actually print off another one of these. Let's pull this up. I have never, ever looked at this. Okay. So does this mean that I will literally only get silver? Is that what that means? Okay. Interesting. Hey, I got the perfect combination. Wow. Okay, so deep mining in this region is a no-go. All right, good. Good to know. Advanced tablet. One of these. Electronics printer. Then wireless, big wireless cell. One for the electronics printer. Okay, so what does it want? It wants hay. Okay. Yeah, I imagine that would be a good location to be, is right on the middle. Crap, I need steel. So I guess... well, let's go eat and drink.
Low pressure. Oxygen critical.
I might oh, wait a minute. That's right. We can just... I'm just going to set this to 0. We're just going to accept getting our face blown in. It'll be quicker. So, food and drink. Oh, I am on the latest stable. I'm not on beta, but nerfing it again. Huh, okay. Well, that just means that we have to add more and more and more and more deep miners. I am going to turn this into satisfactory, or something like that. The factory must grow. Wait, that's factorial. Let's... okay. I should turn that on. There's the tracker. That's what I want. That's what I really, really want, anyway. And that's full of... there's something else I wanted to do out here. That does remind me that I want to change that out for 1. Oop. Change that out for 2. Oxygen's fine. Be nice if the oxygen was a little cooler, but we're just gonna switch this around for right now. Well, actually, no, we're gonna do both because I know I can go up and over the hill. Where's the... Yeah, we got about half the day left. I was thinking about being paranoid with my 15% of this here. Yeah, half the day. I think Over the Hill is a new region. I actually forget. Maybe it's over that hill. Let's fire this up. We want... It's cobalt. That's not what I want. That's nickel. That's not what I want. Coal. Yeah, coal is part of the equation. So let's... And there's gold over here. I'll grab a little bit of it. Yeah, maybe I'll grab a lot of bit of it. I don't know. Oh, God. When the vein splits off, it's silver over there. Oh, great, not another hole. Unbury me. Oh, that's a big hole. It's cobalt. Silver. I have enough coal for what I want to do, and then some. Sliding down the mountain as I go. Yeehaw! Alright, iron. That looks like an iron patch. A decent sized iron patch. Dig around all the holes though. Okay. Very good, very good. All right, iron. Turned on the tracker, so that's awesome. Which is, yeah, okay. All right. Another patch like that and we'll be golden. That's lead, don't need that. Silver, don't need that. Copper. I think I'm okay with that for now, but I know that we'll have to get a bunch of as well. Whoa. Don't suck me up. Okay. I think that is what we need here. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I'm darn near just one more chunk of ore and I'd be ready for yet another stack. Okay, let's get up. Get up, get up, get up. Okay. What do we... Oh, geez, barely use the waste tank. I can wander kind of blindly. Deep miner. Cobalt. I'm just wandering in a random direction. It's kind of ridiculous that jumping actually is... Holy crap, this is like a mountain. I gotta be careful because when I come back down, I'm gonna be going at Mach Jesus. Still climbing. Okay. Imagine we gotta be getting close to something. I'm just wandering blindly. For the heck of it. I feel like I'm actually turning myself. My heading keeps changing. Plenty Valley. Nickel. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's track it out. Oh, this actually puts the region information in there too. Okay. Good to know. Wow. I can actually see my light from over 300 meters away. That is gorgeous. That is exactly what I was hoping to get out of that, too. Rose Valley. Back into Rose Valley. Oh, dear. Okay. Still feel like my lighthouse needs to go up just a little bit higher, since I am in the valley. Either that or I put a little mini outpost on the hill. Gold, silver, silicon, silicon, silicon. I should probably chase this silicon vine. You know what? Since I'm out of battery on that, I think I'll wait. Okay. Be ready to catch myself so I don't
Power low.
crack my face open again when I fall in a hole. Done that too many times. Okay, we're good. My light in my airlock is off. Not exactly sure why. Oh, I know why. It's because it's on the same network as my, yeah, the lighting out here. That's why. That's why. Excuse me. Okay, we'll change that out. Oh, steel. Yes. Haha. You gotta be out here to make the steel. Yeah. And we'll make a bit of it. Temperature on that's actually going down pretty quick. All right, 400 grams of steel.
Temperature high.
Okay, and that was for the electronics printer to print off a wireless battery. Even though there's supposed to be something else in there. Okay. I thought I had that working, but maybe I'm overwriting. It's possible. Maybe. It's either that or maybe I... Who knows? Who knows? Ugh. Start charging. Are you close enough? Yeah. Maybe I'll paint this thing red. For mining? Red for mining? Sure. And that'll have the tracker and the deep miner chip in it, I think. Okay. There we go. So you will have the tracker, you will have the deep miner, and then you will also have a wireless battery. Not sure exactly what good the
Low pressure.
chip in that will work
Oxygen critical.
for.
Pressure critical.
Turn that off for now. All right, let's kick this up. Let's make some water. Holy crap! That filled fast. Uh-oh.
Low pressure.
I think that was the Sterling. I think that was the Sterling. Okay. But we got a fair amount here. That's good. And I'm thinking the uninsulated pipe is actually probably helpful because it helps take some of the heat out of these. So that can be a benefit. It does put some more load on the system though. There's that. Okay. Deep miners. No idea. At least the one thing that I do know is now that they've got that loader, that makes it so much better. Because you can have it fill up backpacks. Fill up backpacks and then you can throw it yourself into crates or something. I think that would be the ultimate way to go with that. But I've got to find a good place to use a deep miner for one. Here, if all I'm getting is silver and not very much, I don't use that much silver. I don't even know if I use it in the filters anymore because I'm going to the heavies. Oh, shh. Don't be a dummy. I need to go get the atmospherics. I think it's over here.
Low pressure. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical. Temperature critical. Low pressure.
My guy should know by now that you need to just hold your breath. What was I doing? Deep miner. Figuring out the deep miners. Okay. These are cartridges. I should make one of these. Access controller. That would be fun for multiplayer, I'm sure. Configuration network. Actually, atmospheric analyzer and plant analyzer could go into the same one. That'd be pretty handy. And then that. We don't need to worry about the ore scanner and stuff because we got the glasses now. But tracker and deep miner. Yeah, okay. So I think 3 tablets would work great for that. Well, yeah, that's a very good point. Holding your breath in the vacuum isn't. It puts a lot of pressure on you. Yes, I've noticed that, and if you look in the code, actually, it's kind of funny. Unless they fixed it. Pipe analyzer. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of all over the map with it. Oh, I hear somebody.
Oxygen critical. Pressure critical. Temperature critical.
Oh, that's that's the furnace.
Low pressure.
I should go deal with that.
Oxygen critical.
Shoot. Turn that on. Okay. Yeah, alright. That wasn't super critical, but I knew it was going to be a problem. Yeah, that'll work. What are you at? You're up there. Generating quite a bit of power, actually. Let's look at the correct line. The potential's going up, so we're charging battery. It's too bad that we don't necessarily know the generation side of things. Obviously, if we go here, we can see the generation. 1.2, 950. Nope, that's... Oh. 866. 1 kilo. The one at the end here. Power generation is still 300 watts. I mean, that's not too bad, all things considered. Yeah, 300 watts at the end. Yeah, that's good. Then 11 kilo and charging, because these are doing their thing. I actually saw a tooltip. That's kind of cool. How are we doing over here? I know at some point I was thinking about throwing more nitrogen into this. Oh, we're keeping up. Which I think I actually have it set up over here. Yeah. Dump a bunch of nitrogen in. And what do we got here? 10 cooling. Of course, this is 15. So 20 and 30. So this stage is 50 kilojoules, if you would believe it. And this is 6.5 and 10. 10. Yeah, well, roll around a little bit. So 22. Yeah. Maybe it wants a 5th stage to fully work. Lights. Oh. Those are actually spinning pretty good. Oh yeah, that's right. They turn into the wind. Oh, that AC system on top is the very top end of my cooling. So I've got the pollutant phase change system that dumps into my water phase change system, and then this is my the next step. Now I do need to take advantage of the storm gas at some point, but right now I'm just dumping to atmospheric. And the idea here is just to get this just push as hard as I can down. So this is kind of little oversized for this stage, but it's beautiful. Whee! Oh, I left that on. Oh, I left that on. Down to 40 megapascals. Oh, that's all right. You're climbing again. Super. Okay, well, we won't be... We won't be building any big deep miner facilities here. Did I? Oh, I turned the mixer off. Did I turn my water? Okay, good, I did. So what we got? We've got 32 liter over here. Nine liter there. This mix ratio is way off. Of course, that's pressure, I'm sure. So, looks like best case scenario, we're talking like 5 liters here. Oh, traders. I want a seed trader. Give me a seed trader. No. They take ore. Do I really need that much money? I don't think so. No seed trader. How are we doing down here? I left this on for a reason. Okay. How we doing here? 3 megapascals. We're gonna have a lot of nitrogen. It's you, right? Huh. Oh, right, because that's, yeah. Because that's 20 liters right there. That's why. Maybe I should set the safety just so it doesn't make noise. I think the coolant's starting to get warm. Yeah, so it's harder to fight. Okay. Harder to fight. What's our temperature over here? Yeah, we're creeping up on the oxygen. That's okay. But that does mean that we're dumping more oxygen into the base, making it easier to breathe. Oh, God. Okay. Definitely not going to start the deep miner project tonight. Let's put that there. So what can we do? What can we do? Gosh. It would be nice to have a there's mining backpacks and stuff like that, but it would be nice to have like a literal, well, I mean, okay, so there's a hard suit backpack here, but maybe a cheaper one? I mean, I guess technically that would be, but basic jetpack, I don't think is actually much better than this. That's what, 10 slots total. Whoops. One of those is a propellant, so they're essentially the same thing. And then we're into the hard suit stuff. But it'd be nice to have an equivalent backpack just for crap. Because you can make a super cheap one. Why can't we have that for just a cloth sack? Well, I guess I can use boxes. I got plenty of boxes floating around. Here's one of them. I thought I had more, actually.
Hunger caution.
Okay, so what? I feel like I should probably print off the silos for my generation. So reagents. Yeah, okay. That's not what I meant. Ores. Okay. So what we would get... Wait, other and ores. Wait a minute. Ore, silver, or silver. Why is this other? Huh. Okay. So let's just stick here. So theoretically speaking, we can go out and mine coal, copper, cobalt, gold, iron, lead, nickel, silicon, silver, and uranium. So that's 10 ore total, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need 10 for that. Then my idea was to have... I don't know about silos for each ingot, but if we went that route, we could have 5, 10. I wouldn't bother with this. 'Cause, well, I think... Is there anything that actually uses nickel? I'm sure there is. So 15, 16, 17, I wouldn't bother storing this. So possibly 17 different silos for stuff like that. The next question would be...
Hydration critical.
Yeah, hydration critical. I guess just having the ingots around would be fine. Although I think literally a lead ingot I think is useless. You could throw your ore in with the iron. Oh yeah, the super alloys and stuff. I think actually Constantan and Invar. But as far as an ingot of nickel, I don't think we need an ingot of nickel. I could literally throw the ore into a mixed chamber kind of thing. That's what I'm thinking. 112 days. Wait, did it just say 112 days have passed? But it's 164? Or did I read that wrong? Yeah. So definitely 5 here, 5 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and I do use silver elsewhere. So 5, so 15 for sure. I would store. I don't think I need nickel in ingot form. I don't need lead in ingot form, and this would be a different use case altogether. So 15 silos for a finished ingot, 10 silos for the raw ores, So I'd need 25 silos if I wanted to have some super automated processing plant. So what the heck? Let's go ahead and order those up. God, that hurts. Ugh, that's a lot of gold, copper, and steel. Oops, yeah, I forgot. Interesting. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Wait, that's all I need, right? Yeah, it's definitely not going to be enough, but it's a start. So I printed off 25. I do have enough steel, ironically enough. And 500 gold. How close are we on that? We're a ways off there. And copper. Quite far off the copper. Okay. Alright. I guess we know we're going for copper and gold.
Low pressure. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical.
Actually,
Temperature critical.
need to eat and drink. I can't see my gauge. Oh, right. That's what's complaining. So I don't need to worry about that. All right, let's go eat and drink. Let myself dehydrate again.
Low pressure. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical. Temperature critical.
There we go. Sounds like the pollutant loop is quite warm. Cannot shower wearing a jumpsuit. Oh, why not? That was a quick shower.
Oxygen low. Low pressure. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical. Temperature critical.
Singing pipes. Yeah. So I do feel like these could actually do with, I need more evaporation chambers. I got 15 kilojoules going out. It's all being handled by one condensation. Yeah. That's true. Stress is not a big problem. Man, we are really singing over here. That's great. Yeah, you know what? We'll leave you on. Okay. Let's crack this open, go through the process here.
Low pressure. Oxygen low.
Change that out. You're, I think, actually cooler than what I'm wearing. That's some hot gas. Okay. Copper and gold. I know there's a lot of gold here in this valley. I think I turned the beacon on. Do I have the tracker with me? Should be the red one, right? Excuse me. Red one, yep. I do have the tracker. There's some gold. Oh, Lord. Okay. My thrust is set to 20, so I don't know why you're acting like I have it set to 200. Jeez. Scared. I do not like green eggs and ham. Oh. Okay, there we go. Phew. Yeah, I was, I wish... The wireless batteries are very nice and convenient, and, it probably wouldn't hurt to actually have some additional stuff, additional batteries, but they're just so convenient. Sometimes I deal with having less power capacity, just because I don't have to remember to change it out. But that's just protocol. I wish I had a bigger wireless battery, actually. It's like the arc welder. I think you only get like 7 welds if you try using even the biggest wireless cell. Some gold up the hill. Oh gosh. See, I forget. I needed 500 gold, I think is what I needed. So that's 10 stacks of gold that I need. Of course, I already had 100, so that's 8 stacks I really need. And then copper. Well, there's some copper right next to us. That's good. Good, 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 good. Okay, that's everybody. Let's climb out of the hole. Copper was down here. I think that might be enough gold. Maybe not. No, that's not enough. One more stack of gold and we'll be good there. One more stack of gold will be good. Actually, technically we're good now, but I don't want to use up all of the gold that I've got. Because, well, we'll be... I think the deep miners need electronic parts. We'll be using it for that. Okay. I think it was 10... copper per deep mine. Oh, wow, this is good. This will definitely do the trick. Definitely gonna do the trick here. Of course. Ah, about the last one. Oh, that's full. Okay. Alright. So, just a little bit more gold and we'd be good. We will be good. That looks like copper. That looks like gold. That's a heck of a lot of gold. Whoa. Why are you doing weird things with me, atmosphere? There we go. Go till this is almost full, or the stack is almost full. Perfect. That works for me. Okay. Put that away, turn those off, pull this out, and it's pretty bad. Didn't even need the tracker. Didn't even have to use the tracker. Actually, nope. Let's pull that out just in case. Just in case something stupid happens, like falling in a hole and cracking my suit. Been there, done that. Well, we're here. What we could do is take advantage of the fact that we're out here. There we go. Finish that up. Ooh. Singing pipes. This is really going to be singing here in a bit, so we'll just go ahead and start doing this. Copper. 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 Excuse me. Copper. Get in there. Copper. Oh. I'm going to leave that one last chunk. Okay. There's the copper. Now for the gold. suppose I could take the opportunity to print off another load of steel as well. Composition in here ought to be coming down to, well, yeah, it's almost all nitrogen in there now. It's all right. There's 500 ingot of gold. Let's make our steel. Get in there. There we go. That would be the coal. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Misreading the temperature. Thought it was going to be too cold. It needs 900 Kelvin, not 900 Celsius. There we go. Perfect. And maybe next time what I should do is actually work on separating my my water from my oxygen. Because I'm still using my oxygen to cool my produced water. How hot was that? 60 degrees. And reducing slowly. Okay. There we go. There's some silos ready to be printed. And they need... That is a lot of steel sheets that I'm going to need. That's 375 steel sheets. I'm not quite there. Oh, Lord. I may have overdone it. But that's okay. I'm good for that. So, yeah, we'll have a sorter, maybe with an overflow. I know in when I was on my Mars base, I had a problem with so much iron I didn't know what to do with. But so we'll have an input. We'll have our sorters dump the ores out into the silos, and then figure out a way to have an auto. It'll be a set of furnaces. One will be, trying to figure out if one will be the off-gasser, which deep mining ores shouldn't have any gases, but if I go out and mine and throw my backpack in just to clean it out, those will have gases. So have a degasser, and maybe use Venus atmosphere for that, and that would actually, that would smelt, well, that could be a problem because that would smelt lead, but copper, gold, and silver can just be smelt in Venus atmosphere temperatures. Making solder would be a little bit more difficult because it actually has to cool down from Venus atmosphere. Electrum can be done in Venus atmosphere. Waspaloy can be done in Venus atmosphere. Inconel can also be done in Venus atmosphere. I think the one that would present the most challenge to me would be the Hastelloy, if I wanted to automate the production of that, because it has a 50 Kelvin range, 950 to 1000. It's got a 5 megapascal range as well, but the 50 Kelvin window would be the toughest. And yeah. So the ones with temperature windows would actually be the hardest to deal with. Hey, Triari, how you doing? All right, I'll probably stop in a little bit after mine. I'm getting ready to wrap up here. Wow, these take forever. But that's how that goes. So, all right. You can get it started if they only stack to 5, which actually I can check that. The kits stack to 10, in fact, so I can fit these all into half of this. I would actually need more than one box for the steel sheets. Gold, copper, steel, yeah, whatever. Silo. 5. I could do this. 5 copper or cable coils. That's 125 just for that. That also needs copper. Oh dear Lord. I don't know. Figure out. I want to set up the silos at least for the ores, and then I can deal with it from there. Maybe, yeah, I can work with that because I can always go out and mine. Be mole man. Oh wow, you got some good suction on you. You're pulling ores out of the room, or ingots. Does this have 315? I wonder, they have the same version of code? They should.
Low pressure.
Low pressure.
Oxygen
No.
critical. Pressure critical. Temperature critical.
315, yes to do. Okay. But at least this doesn't get... No, it could. Actually, I think this is supposed to bleed the pressure out of there before it shuts off completely. I think. How are we doing over here? That's not a problem. I really need to put a meter on this. That's getting up there. But still, we can manage. Yeah, so, okay, so this is pushing out almost 20 kilojoules of heat, but our evap chambers, yeah. I actually think this is the limiting factors. I don't have enough evaporation chambers on the water loop, so I might add more of those. So more evap on H2O loop. That's what we'll try. Because I noticed over here, it's kind of funny, this condensation chamber right here is able to keep up with all of those, and this guy here doesn't do anything. Because there's just not enough gas in the line, because these aren't evaporating it fast enough. I think that's how I'm reading this system. Well, hang on. Oh, okay. Mixer's off. What's our temperature here? 36. Nope. Okay. Water's still hot. 84. It's just nitrogen. Nitrogen in the pipe? Oh. Right. I forgot. I dismantled the... This one. We could actually re-enable that and... Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do, is re-enable that. So it'll pull this out. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Reconfigure the N2 loop. Internal. Yeah, okay. We'll do that. Okay. I got a list of things to do for next time. So that's...
Low pressure.
That's not too bad.
Critical.
Eat, drink, be merry.
Critical.
Looks like I'm out of stuff to centrifuge. At some point I should get Larry going. I really should get Larry going. Oh, I finished off my bread. Oh no. I'm gonna actually have to harvest my wheat next week. Excuse me. Yeah. But we've got ample oxygen production. Oh, temperature is going up in here because of the cooling problem. So more evaporators, I think we'd have less of a cooling problem. It's because the pollutant system has enough thermal inertia. It can deal with the shock, but an extended release of steam causes problems. So, but yeah, I think that's a good spot. And we've got a list of things to do for next time, so that's awesome. Larry the plant picker. Yep, exactly. I had him working overtime on my Mars base, and since I'm not going to be abusing him quite as bad, I might actually be able to use some of my earlier code, because I had it set up so I could control, technically speaking, I could control 100 different Larrys with one IC-10 chip. But the problem is, when I went to use it, I was getting garbage data from the proxy slot. So, reading the plant slot under it. Unless I did like literally a 2-second wait for all the data to settle down. Because if I read it too fast, that value changed seemingly randomly. So that was frustrating, because my ultra efficient system one day decided that it wasn't going to work at all because it was garbage data. And the only way to actually get it to work was to put a 2-second wait into every action. So I went from harvesting, see, I had mushrooms growing, I had soybeans growing, I had switchgrass growing, and trying to remember, ferns. I think I had some ferns growing too. So I had like 160 plants that it was able to plow through really quick. Then all of a sudden I had to have a 2-second wait on every action. So I think I could only get through about half of those plants. So, yeah. So we're not going to abuse them quite as bad. I think switchgrass is basically what I'll be farming. The rest will be pretty much manual. One thing I wish they would do is have some kind of automatic reagent processor. Then you could just pick wheat, throw it in there, and you have flour. Pick your soybean, and you got soy oil. But no such luck, at least not yet. Maybe they'll do that. I don't know. So, okay. So that's a good place to stop. So we'll go ahead and call her there for the night. So I would like to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you next time.